2-minute drill time. For old time's sake, one last time. So we've done this, did it for 30 straight years. One question, one comment. We'll get to as many as we can. Here we go. We start with who's probably, I would guess, out in Denver right now. Ira in Staten Island. Ira, are you in Denver?
Absolutely, Mike, and thank you for so many years. It's great to hear your kids on the air. The boys are naturals. It's great. Mark and Dave did a great job all year, but you've been very special over these 29, 30 years. Sundays have not been the same without you, and I'm glad you're doing it. And for old time's sake, I know I never pick against the Jets. I've gotten better over the years, a little more objective, but I go 23-20. I just think the Broncos are reeling. As long as the Jets don't turn the ball over, the Broncos just have too many mistakes. Their coaches are going to get fired. They're getting punts blocked. Their special teams returns. They turn the ball over 25-plus times. So I think the Jets get this one.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, who would have ever thought the Jets would be favored in Denver? I mean, to have that happen is unbelievable. But the Jets have done a great job this year. They really have. They've been competitive. They could even have a winning record right now if things had broken a little differently. Does it bother you not to go through this season and not see the kids play at quarterback? Does it bother you at all that would be the case? And let's say they finish 7-9 or 8-8, and they had that kind of year. Would it bother you that you didn't see either of the quarterbacks?
No, not at all, because I think McCown has earned it, number one. Number two, I think the organization as a whole knows what they have. And, no disrespect to Petty. I think he's a backup at best. And I think Hackenberg, who knows what his future is going to be. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see McCown back next year, Petty back, and they draft somebody. I think that's my prediction for your last Sunday show. You'll have McCown, a draft pick, and Petty as your quarterbacks next year.
All right, Ira, thank you. Kenny in Bayonne joins us. It's been a big year for Kenny because as Vikings are playing tremendous football as we finish up. Kenny, what's going on?
Michael, I called the first show you did, and I'm calling on the last. And it's a tough time, and I need to be honest with you. It's going to be well missed. I thank you for everything. With that said, Mike, the MVP of this Viking team at this point isn't a player. It's Pat Shermer. Mike, the games he's calling and what he's been able to do with Keenum and run the offense, we know what we have with Zimmer. I mean, think about it. This time last year, Norv walked out the door, and Shermer took over the offense. Shermer went in thinking he was going to have Bradford. He winds up with Keenum. Just think about that. I mean, it's lose Cook after 3 games when they discover they drafted a kid who's going to be a star. He was lighting up the league, and he gets hurt 3 games into the season. They've overcome that. They've made big plays all year. Very good job. And the team's really got a great chemistry. It really does. It's a tough team. It's a team that's been able to win tight games. So this could be who knows, could be a Viking year. I mean, it really could. It's still hard to envision Case Keenum in the Super Bowl. I mean, it really is. But you know what? Crazier things have happened. I have, Mike, and my question to you would be, I know you're not allowed to contractually say what's going on, just possibly just a simple yes or no. Is there a Sunday show in the future?
I'd say more yes than no, yes.
Mike, thanks, and I appreciate everything you've done for everybody.
I think there probably will be, yes. I think there probably will be. All right, thank you very much, Kenny. Eddie in Rockland, go ahead, Eddie. What's happening?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
What's
Thanks
happening?
for everything. As far as the Giants today, this is the first game I'm looking forward to for a team that has no playoffs. I think Eli's going to play like a champ. He's going to be 31-17. My question to you, is he going to play like he's auditioning for another job or to keep the Giant job?
You know, it's interesting. It'll be fascinating to see, and thanks for the call. It'll be fascinating to see exactly what thoughts are going through Eli's head today. It's got to be a very different Sunday for him. He knows he's going to receive this incredible reaction from the fans when he comes in, that starts the game. I don't want to say there's butterflies, but, it's almost like a new beginning in one way, and I'm sure he really wants to have a big day today. I think that, the world is watching him today. So from that standpoint, it isn't your typical 2-10 team just playing out the string. You have a coach who has had success as a coordinator, a lot of success, who wants to be a head coach here badly, who's trying to build a resume in these last 4 games. You have a quarterback who's, been a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, who has, thrown for 50,000 yards and 300-plus touchdown passes, who is feeling probably like a rookie today when he goes out there because of all the craziness that's going on here. So I'm sure it's a very different Sunday for those guys. A very odd game. One of the stranger games, to me, it's very apropos, and thanks for the call, it's very apropos that the Cowboys are there, because that just adds to the craziness. First of all, they got a lot of fans there. Secondly, a lot of fans called weeks ago in anger and said they were selling their tickets for this game. The Cowboys fans get in there and get a lot of tickets anyway. A 2-10 team's always going to be dumping tickets. So the question is, how much of the configuration of today's game is Giant fans versus Cowboy fans? Is it going to be 60-40? Is it going to be 50-50? Who knows what it's going to be today? And on top of that, you have all the stuff with Eli, all the stuff with Spags. It really is a crazy, crazy time for the Giants, and really a must-watch game today. It really is, considering all everything that is surrounding these teams. We'll come back after the update and continue to the top of the hour with the 2-minute drill. Here's the Mink Man.